All right. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Chantal put up this video the other day talking about some nasty ass incident that she said took place. Basically, things coming out of both holes at the same time. A ladle was involved. It is disgusting. I don't know if most of you could actually sit through and listen to it, but I just did, and it was disgusting. So whenever she tells these kind of stories, I think to myself, like, did this really happen? Did she hear this somewhere else and is just retelling it, like, for shock value and things like that? But she does have a habit of pooping on, like, the hotel mattresses or having accidents and then sharing these stories, not brushing her teeth. I think in the villa we saw, like, she was pretty filthy, doesn't mind being in her own filth. When she brought up the pee pads, like using the pee pads that they have for Julia, I was thinking it is possible that maybe they had some pee pads left over from when Salah traveled with Julia from Kuwait to Syria. But overall, cats don't really use pee pads. So I'm thinking if they actually have pee pads, it's because Chantal has issues with her bladder, like leakage issues, where she's probably using them on a regular and isn't maybe embarrassed to share that. But as I was hearing her talk about this, I was thinking about this condition because she's definitely mental, has probably a slew of mental issues. But there's this syndrome, I'm going to mispronounce it, Diogenes. All right, I'm mispronouncing it, guys. I apologize. But I wanted to read this because I think it's kind of interesting. And it could be part of one of the many issues Chantal has. So Diogenes, which I'm mispronouncing, are people who enjoy their own filth, may have Diogenes syndrome, a behavioral disorder categorized by extreme self-neglect, domestic squalor, hoarding, and a lack of shame regarding their living conditions. While the term enjoy may imply pleasure, individuals with Diogenes syndrome typically display a lack of insight, distress, or emotional attachment to their filth, often resulting from underlying mental health issues like dementia, depression, or obsessive-compulsive disorder. And some of the symptoms are self-neglect, a failure to maintain personal hygiene and care, which I think she has exhibited, domestic squalor, living in extremely filthy and unsanitary conditions, hoarding, accumulating large amounts of objects or waste, lack of shame, no embarrassment or distress about their surroundings or lack of cleanliness, social isolation, tendency to withdraw from social contact, refusal of help, unwillingness to accept support or assistance. Underlying mental health conditions. Diogenes syndrome is often associated with other psychiatric disorders, including dementia, depression, anxiety, and OCD. Stressful events. Traumatic experiences such as the passing of a spouse can trigger the onset of the syndrome. Brain damage. Damage to the frontal lobe of the brain, which is involved in reasoning and decision making, can increase the risk of developing the syndrome. Physical illness. Conditions like deafness or blindness can also contribute to its development. Diogenes syndrome is not a conscious choice, but a behavioral condition. It often occurs in older adults and is also known as senile squalor syndrome. Treatment involves addressing underlying conditions, providing psychological therapies, and offering social support. I just wanted to bring this up because I thought it really sounded like it could be part of what Chantal, her mental illness and such, like, it sounds like her to me. Let me know what you think, but either way, get help, Goyle, get help. And definitely throw out that ladle. You can't clean that enough. Throw that out.